18. Cotron. The planet is called Cotron. The people are called CORTRONS in the galaxy of CORTRONS. They grow cotton and other fibers to make cloth. Just as soon as I got off the bus I went to the hotel and ordered lunch. When the waiter come over I said that was a good lunch and put it on my bill. She says, "What it on your bill, what's your name?" I said, "I guess it's been a long time since I've been here. I'm Jack Wisha, and what is your name?" "My name is Janet Gore and I am glad to meet you." I guess that means that the meal was on the house, and I will get your key. I said thank you, I need to go to my room. She come back and handed my key and I said thank you. I got up and went to my room. When I got to my door and opened the door I see a small roll with a twin bed and a little desk, just there was a phone and phone book. I sat down to the desk and called the main desk, and said the power, "I've got so small of a room." Janet said, "I'm sorry, did I give you the wrong key?" I said, "You give me room key 3 and all the rest alone, I have room 1. She said, "I'll be right up to give you the right key." I could hear her, not the stairs, and I opened the door and locked it behind me, and just as I had done that he appears top of the stairs and hands me the key for room 1. I said thank you and went down to room 1, and when I went in that was much better. I had a double bed and the room was twice the size, and the room at the mine I also have a bathroom on the side and a big desk. I go there, "That's better," I said at the desk, and got the phone book out and started making phone calls. I called a lot of companies and talked to many people and got some ads, and it was just about time to eat and I went downstairs to order supper. I got to the table and sit down and she come over and said, "What would you like?" "I don't know, what do you have here?" She went back and got a menu and dropped it off. I looked at it for a few minutes and I found what I want. As she was by I said, "I am ready to order." She went and got something, come right back and says, "Okay, I'll take you order now." I said I would like to have the chicken and french fries, and she said it will not take long. "Thank you." It was not long before the food come out, and boy was I hungry. After I had done eating she come over and said, "Would you like to have dessert?" I said, "All I am fine and I have a lot of things to do and I'll talk to you later." I got up and went back to my room and started to make some more phone calls when I got a knock on the door. I got up and opened the door and it was Janet, and I said, "How can I help you?" She said, "There is someone downstairs to see you. Tell them I will be right down," and she said okay and then left. I went and grabbed my coat and headed downstairs, and when I got there, to my surprise, it was my wife. I said, "What brings you here?" She says, "I've never been here, so I want to check this one out too." I said okay, one upstairs, and she followed me and we got to the room and I sat down at the desk and said, "Okay, why are you really here? Don't you remember my mom's birthday is tomorrow and I knew that you wouldn't remember, so I am here so we can go shopping to get something from my mom." And I said okay, that's alright. So he spent the rest of the afternoon shopping for her mom and we found some good stuff that I hope that she will like. We got back to the hotel just in time for dinner. Just as we got sit down, Janet come over, said, "You had a phone call earlier and I didn't know how to reach you. It was your son." I said okay, after you get done eating we will call him. Just then the phone rang and she walked over and picks it up, and sure enough it was our son. Janet yelled over and said, "It's for you." I got over and picked up the phone and said hello. He said, "Have you got something good for Grandma yet?" I said yes, we've been shopping all afternoon, we got all kinds of stuff. He said good, and when will you be home? I said we'll be on the bus tonight and we right in the middle of dinner and I will talk to you later. He said okay and hung up, and then I went and sat down at the table and Janet come over and she said, "What would you like to have for dinner?" I said, "Could you please bring us a menu?" and she said, "I got them right here." We looked at the menus in order, and then when our dinner showed up it looked really good. We got done eating and then we went upstairs and I packed, and then we come back downstairs, and as we was walking to the bus station I said, "Do we have everything?" "I guess we have," and I said, "Where are all the gifts that we got?" She said, "I have them right here," as she held up a big bag, "and boy, I'm glad you remembered them." We got to the bus station just as the bus pulled in and dropped off the papers, and we got on the bus and the captain said your room was all ready and will be underway in a few minutes. I said thanks and we went to our room, and just as we got to the room we took off. Written by Jack Wisha.